Hey guys, it's coffee time. Welcome to my bedroom. I think this is the angle of my bedroom that you've seen the most often because it is the most attractive angle of my bedroom. You've got the beautiful AJ prints on this side, AJ Hatley prints, and then over here you've got all of my Firefly posters. I've shown you these before, but I'm very proud of them. And this way I get to sit on my bed, although I will say that currently my camera is in a very precarious position. I'm really playing with fire because I left my closet door open, which my closet connects the living room to my bedroom, which is very strange. So that means the cats can run in at any point, and if one of them even bumps into this chair, everything's falling. So fingers crossed that that doesn't happen, because I would prefer for everything to go smoothly in this video. Oh, she found the bag again. Aren't we just proud of her? Also, this room is always very dark. I have a little lamp to the side, and there is a light on top, but never been able to figure out how to get it to work. And I called the landlady once about it, and she was like, yeah, nobody can ever make that light work. So this is just a very dark room for whatever reason. The light is very intermittent. I have the lamp, but the lamp doesn't provide a whole lot of light. You know, it's just, you mostly get light from TV. Mostly get TV light. Look, got my TV right here. Yeah. That's the TV that, oh, is that the right spot? Sure, whatever. That's the TV that my mom gave me. My parents are so funny. I think that it's just because they want to be able to like gift people with things, but they got all TVs for their Palm Desert house that were the wrong size. I think they were off by only a little bit. They wanted smaller TVs, I believe, but they got these ones. And so I got a call from my mom one day where she was like, do you want a TV? And I was like, yes. And so we put it in here, and if I remember right, she called me again at a certain point and was like, do you want another one? Like, rather than just take them back and replace them, they would much rather just like get new ones and then give the old ones to people, which I think is really sweet. So we might wind up with 2 of these TVs, which is awesome. I don't know what I'm going to do with my projector in the new place, because there isn't really a spot for it, so maybe I'll just save it, use it for projects and things where, you know, a projector would be useful. Sometimes projectors are really good for like painting projects. If you don't really trust yourself to know where the lines are supposed to be, you can kind of project an image onto a canvas and then be like, oh, it's kind of like advanced tracing paper, right? Or like, if you want to do this sort of artwork where, you know, you don't want any lines, you just want it to be like blocks of color together, projectors are really good for that too. But I guess, yeah, I guess I'll just take it down and just keep it for a rainy day. Because this new place, this new place doesn't really have a lot of just blank walls. The only area that really has nice blank walls is the room that we're turning into the office, which is technically the master bedroom. I can't remember if I told you guys that or not. The master bedroom is going to be our office, and then the smaller bedroom is going to be the bedroom. I also realized today that we don't share a wall with anybody. I was like, I'm pretty sure we share a wall like right next to where the office is going to be, which is like a little bit concerning because, you know, we're going to be loud sometimes. And so when I got there today to drop off a bunch of stuff, I went over to the side and I was like, oh wait, no, we're like we're a legit corner unit. There's like no one on either side of us. The only people we have to worry about are the people above us, and that's one of the reasons why we put the office downstairs. It's not only because the office is bigger, but also because that way we'd have a buffer of like the office and then the bedroom right above the office. So if we're yelling down here, hopefully it won't like travel all the way up and then upset someone. So I'm hoping that we're being smart about it and that it's gonna be good. And if we, you know, if we fill the space with stuff, then there shouldn't be as much of a sound problem and stuff, so. Yeah, whatever. We've got it figured out, okay? Also, I'm a little concerned that I only have one antibiotic left to take, and I still feel mega sick. I've been going to work. I've been like going in and doing Daily Bite and taking stuff to the apartment, and I did Friend Zone today, but like I still feel really sick and I don't know what to do. And I was talking with my mom about it, and she was like, well, if the antibiotics don't work, you need to go back in, like immediately. You have to go back in and be like, these didn't work, give me something else. And I was like, I know, but it's just such a hassle right now with the move and everything. So I'm hoping that the reason that I'm so drainy right now, because like I think that I sound sicker than I have up to this point. Like being on the antibiotics, I sound way more like a normal sick person. And everybody keeps being like, oh, maybe it's just the antibiotics like breaking everything up, you know, and that's why there's so much drainage going on. And I'm like, I certainly hope so, because I don't want to deal with this anymore. I'm so over it. I'm so completely over being sick. And I know that some of you are sick all the time with something, and I don't know how you do it. You're very strong. I'm so sick of being sick. I'm just like, man, come on, isn't there something that'll work for me? And maybe I'm just being impatient. But any other time that I've ever taken antibiotics, but it's normally like 10, right? You take like a pill over 10 days. And by like day 6, I feel great. You know, that's why most of the time people wind up with a bunch of leftover antibiotics. And this time, because it's a 5-day regimen, I'm like, was that enough? I don't know, maybe it's not enough, I don't know. But I hope so. I hope it's enough. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this anymore. But yeah, this weekend, Sam and I are taking over a bunch of little loads. That's the plan. I want us to do at least 2. At least 2 on Saturday and 2 on Sunday. So hopefully we can stick to that. I keep like the welcome to the fandom for next week. I wrote up, and then I keep going back to it and like changing it. And I hope that I reach a point where I'm happy with it by tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm recording news and welcome to the fandom, so that I just have them both, right? So I'm like, oh, I hope that I can like just sit and come up with a final draft so that I'm happy with it, you know. Also, for any of you who are like, Dodger, you're supposed to be helping Chad move on Saturday morning. He's like, did you like how I guilt tripped you on Twitter about not helping me move? And I was like, dude, if you need help on Saturday morning, I will come and help you move. And then after Friend Zone, he was like, you're too sick. I don't want your help. I was like, okay. What was I even saying? I don't even remember what I was saying. It's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. I have 1 Sour Patch Kid left. And it matches my shirt. Oh my gosh. It's destiny. It's destiny. This is how it's supposed to go. Because Sam and I... So remember how I was like, Sam's gonna take me to ramen. So it turned into kind of like an impromptu date night, which was great. And I had so much fun. Because we got ramen. And he was like, do you want to go see a movie? And I was like, yeah, why not? He was like, yeah. He like took my phone. I was looking at it and was like, How to Train Your Dragon's playing. Do you want to watch How to Train Your Dragon? And I was like, yeah. So we went directly from ramen to the movies, and it was really sweet. And How to Train Your Dragon 2 was great. I was so worried because I love the first one, and you know, it's always hard to be like, yeah, second one's gonna be great. I need to watch the first one again, but I can say with reasonable confidence that the second one was a very good successor. Very good successor to the first one. But every time we go to the movies, Sam gets Milk Duds and I get Sour Patch Kids every time. And Sam always gives me Milk Duds. I'm not a huge fan of Milk Duds, but he always like puts them in my hand anyway, like regardless. And then I try to give him Sour Patch Kids, which he likes Sour Patch Kids, and he's like, no, it's fine. I'm like, I don't understand. You make me eat Milk Duds when, like, I can give you Sour Patch Kids, which are amazing. I just really love Sour Patch Kids, I think is the problem. And then we shared an icy, a wild cherry icy. I like that Sam is finally being able to, it's becoming easier for him to understand when I go like full Merkin. Like just, he was like, what kind of icy do you want? And I was like, wild cherry. And he was like, wild cherry, okay, cool. And I was like, you understood that? And he was like, well, I mean, yeah, it was pretty easy to decipher. And I was like, yay! That means I can talk like that more often. And he was like, no, that's not what that means at all. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna talk like that all the time. And he was like, please don't. Please don't. But, yeah. This is my bedroom. Welcome. Welcome to my bedroom in my squishy bed. I accidentally fell asleep. Every time I play Bravely Default, I reach a certain point where I just pass out. Last night everybody was yelling at me so hard for waking up in the middle of the night and playing Bravely Default, but I like couldn't go back to sleep. So I was just like, I'll just 3DS until I fall asleep, and it worked. It worked, because Bravely Default always puts me to sleep. It's such a fun game, but you know, it's grindy. So in the moments when I'm just like grinding all day, easy mode. Anywho, I'm gonna go, but I hope you guys had an amazing day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye!